There we go. And Vincent is the new director, been made a director at LifeWave. So well done, Vincent. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. And okay, so we're going to go through this tonight. We are recording it, and Vincent is going to go through it on the product first, and then we'll have testimonials. Please, from all of you, if you can just give testimonials. We're going to keep it to about 60 seconds per testimonial, so that we can get it through as many as we can within a short period of time. And then those that want to stay on for the business side, we can, and that'll be the last part. And we'll go from there. So, Vincent, over to you. Thank you so much, Vincent.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Bill. I appreciate everybody getting on here. We have people in the United States and people in South Africa, and I know you guys have load sharing, and that is an issue, but I appreciate you getting on here live. These are most of the time recorded, so you can definitely get the recording if something happens, you're not able to continue. So we're going to share with you about X39, the stem cell activation product. It's absolutely phenomenal. It is absolutely changing lives. I get testimonies and text and phone calls and video chats from people every single day sharing their story with me. And so I'm going to share with you why this is happening, how this is happening, and how you can participate in activating your own body's stem cells. We're going to start out first with a short video, and I'm sorry if the sound is not up very loud. I have not figured out how to make it any louder. I've got it turned all the way up, so here we go.
Light, an ancient form of energy that goes back to the dawn of time. For us, it all begins with the sun, the source of light and life, our entire solar system. Even Einstein concluded that everything we're made of contains light. All life originates with the sun through photosynthesis. Plants and vegetation collect the light, and all living creatures emit light. Humans actually emit infrared light, which can be seen with night vision devices. We've known for centuries that light has many effects on the body. LifeWave's phototherapy patches use light to stimulate the body's natural healing system, providing specific health benefits. Here's how the technology works. First, a patch is applied to specific points on the body. Where the patch covers the skin, infrared light emitted from the body is reflected back into the tissue. This stimulates the skin, which in turn stimulates specific regions of the brain. The brain then taps into the body's own natural flow of energy and the ability to heal itself. Let's take a look at why this is important on a cellular level. For example, a number of our patch products help counteract free radicals, oxygen molecules that damage cell proteins and contribute to visible signs of aging. When the body is stimulated through phototherapy to release its own antioxidants, these free radicals are neutralized naturally. LifeWave phototherapy.
Awesome. I love that video. I've seen it so many times. Let me see if I can stop this. Go to the next. Okay, so you saw about how the patch uses the light that we project from our own bodies. A lot of us didn't really pay much attention to the fact. I mean, I never looked at myself and figured I emanate light, but we do. Every single person, every animal, everything does. And this company has been around for 19 years. And for 19 years, they've been doing the same type of products, just in other areas of our body, our well-being. And 3 years ago, the founder of our company, and I'll talk about him in a second, he, after probably 10 to 12 years of research and millions and millions of dollars, he created this new stem cell activation product. And so now we went from before to 3 years ago, they were doing about $20 million a year in the other products. Now, the other products are great products. They serve a great purpose. But when we took it and we started now, we now can activate your own stem cells. We took this company from $20 million a year to over $300 million a year in 75 countries. So I want you to understand the difference of from $20 million a year to $300 million a year. And actually, we've actually surpassed the $300 million a year because of this one product, the stem cell activation product. The only way that's happening is because people are getting results. Things are happening in our bodies that we just are not aware of. And we just we didn't think was possible before, because we were never able to activate our own body stem cells. And I'm not a scientist or doctor, so a lot of these are in my layman terms, but they are terms that you're going to be able to understand. We do have a website that I will share with you in a minute that will explain to you the science about how this is happening. I'm not that person. David Schmidt, he's that person. He's the founder, CEO, the scientist, the inventor, and the creator of this product, which is really great that the owner of our company is the guy that created it. He's the one that he holds over 130 patents. And this is the patent he has on the X39. And so 130 patents. He was inducted into the Inventor Hall of Fame twice already. This guy is brilliant. He's worked with the Navy. He's worked with here in the United States. He's worked with all kinds of different companies, especially the Navy, to help the Navy, the people working in submarines, how to stay alert and how to be awake longer without degrading the body. With like energy drinks and stuff like that cause you to crash. So he needed something with sustained energy, and that's how he started this company. Was he created the patch that helped them to stay alert longer and have more energy without manipulating the body in a negative way. And so David Schmidt is a brilliant man. And so one of the things that I get asked all the time is Vincent, where are the stem cells on this patch? Is that them inside that little patch? I normally have one here on my desk. I'd show you, but I don't know. I probably put it on me one day, but basically there's no stem cells on this patch. It is basically composed of nanocrystals. And if you look at the patch, it's sealed in plastic. So nothing is infusing into your body from the patch. Nothing is absorbed from the patch in the body. Like, how can this work? I know when I first saw this, I'm like, man, that's some hocus pocus stuff. There's no way this little patch, if the patch worked, if it was that big, little, why not make it bigger? Why not give me a whole shirt in this stuff? Why not wrap my whole body in it? But it doesn't work that way. David Schmidt, the scientist, has created over 11 years of research and development, and this is the perfect size to do what it needs to do. Otherwise, it doesn't do more. If you do more, it activates your stem cells. But nothing is infused into the body from the patch. It is used by phototherapy. Now, I'm not really smart. I barely made it through high school. But I didn't realize, and people always said, you go out in the sun. The reason a lot of people get down during the winter is because the sun doesn't shine as much and their body does not create vitamin D. I thought when people say go out in the sun and get vitamin D, I thought that meant the sun gave us vitamin D, but that's not what happens. The sun, the light from the sun triggers the body to send a signal to the brain, and that signal to the brain tells the body to create its own vitamin D. And so the same thing is happening here. When you put the patch on, it reflects the certain spectrum of light that your body emanates, and reflects that one spectrum that sends a signal to the brain. And then the brain then creates more copper peptide. And that copper peptide then, in fact, is causing the body to stimulate the stem cells and reactivate the stem cells that you already have. We have stem cells. Even at my age, at your age, everybody has stem cells. They do not go away. They just become dormant as we age. So reactivating them, revigorating them is what's benefiting you and your body. Here it is, one of the patents that we have. It was issued in 2020. Well, a couple of things that they had to prove to get this patent is, one is they had to prove that it is stimulating your copper peptides. Yes, the stimulation of these copper peptides is activating your stem cells. And the other thing they had to prove is nobody else has done it. The pharmaceutical industry, if you're any understanding of big pharma, I'm not a fan of them, and that's okay. If you are, I am not. But if they could figure out a way to package this, bottle it, put it in a supplement, put it in a pill, put it in anything that they could make money off it, they would have done it already. but they can't figure it out. Our founder has done that. He figured out how to do that. He figured out how to stimulate your own body stem cells. And so nobody else has this product, which is a big thing. We will talk about, as Bill said, we're going to talk about the business side of things. If you're looking about being at the right place at the right time, this is a product to do it with, and this is the time to do it. And so they have proven this is happening. That's why we're getting such great results. So this is really important to understand. As you age, the fewer active stem cells you have. By age 30, you have about half of your stem cells are active. By age 60, you have almost none. That's why we age. So stem cells are what the body uses to repair damaged genes and damaged DNA. Stem cells are what repairs those things. So as we get older, our hair grows grayer, we lose hair, we get wrinkles, we have more aches and pains. It's not just a fact of happening, because if you're into the Bible, people live to hundreds of years old. What's happening? Well, what's happening is the environment that we live in is causing these things to happen. And so activating your stem cells is bringing you back to a younger youth, and the ability to repair the damaged genes that's happened from environment and from age. And so we are actually becoming younger. Here's a study. There's over 80 studies that they've done on this product. Here's just one of the ones that they did. They took 50 to 80-year-olds, and they all used the patch 12 hours a day. They all placed the patch either on the back of the neck or right below the belly button. And the reason why they did that, because everybody had to be wearing the patch at the exact same location. They could not do a study with people putting it all over the place. Truth be told, you can put the patch anywhere that you choose to. If you've got pain in your knee, put the patch on your knee. If you got pain in your shoulder, put it on your shoulder. But this gives you this study, all the studies, they all use the patch in the unison same place. And so what they did was they took these people 50 to 80, and they did a brain scan on their brain. You see session 1 was before they used anything, and all the red is inflammation. Now, inflammation is not a good thing in your body. It's definitely not good in the brain. Then after 3 weeks on the product, the session 2, they did another scan. It's much better. The inflammation is gone. In session 3, the same thing is happening. The inflammation is going away. You got more colors, more vibrant, and a lot of things are changing in the brain. Once again, inflammation is not good in the body, but it's definitely not good in the brain. These are studies. They've done a lot of studies on this. I'm going to share with you here in a couple minutes of some other studies that they've done. And of course, you're going to hear some testimonies. Here we are. Is when you've put on this patch, one of the first few days, you now 4,000 genes begin to be reset. You're resetting your biological clock. You're resetting who you are. There's some noise there, Bill. If you can maybe find out who that is and mute them, would really help me. Otherwise, we're going to start all over. I'm just kidding. I will try not to do that. But to reset your genes is a big deal to now start the anti-aging process. Within 1 to 3 months on the product, you activate your stem cells, you increase the collagen, and your skin now starts to change. You get rid of the wrinkles. Your hair may change. I know mine's getting darker. It's like a darker gray instead of a gray. My wife was telling me the other day, she was like, she'd always go and get her roots done. And now her roots are not coming in gray like they used to. And so that to me is a great thing, because it's expensive to get her hair done all the time. She's still probably going to get her hair done, but the fact that her roots are not gray is a big deal for her. And then the wrinkles and stuff like that. I'm going to share with you my testimony when we get done. This is just some things that are absolutely amazing that has happened to me. And so within 3 to 6 months, now I don't know what this is, pluripotent stem cells turn into any cell in the body. So it's replacing and now causing your damaged cells to reinvigorate. This is the one that really appealed to me as a gentleman, as a man, and a lot of women. I got a friend of mine that's had 3 strokes, and that's just really scary, because they say that the heart problems, strokes and heart attacks are the #1 cause of death in the United States. So in a recent study, 14 out of 15 people lowered their vascular age by an average of 8 years after just 6 months of using X39. It's not anti-aging, it's age reversing. This is amazing, you guys, to think about this. And people, I get people that tell me, well, I tried the 2 patches that you gave me, but I didn't notice anything. Are you kidding me? You don't feel a heart attack until you're having it. You don't feel your arteries closing up. You don't feel have vascular problems. You don't feel problems with your liver, with your kidneys. You don't feel your hair change. You don't feel your skin change. You don't feel these things. Yes, we do focus a lot of times. I have one friend, she says, man, I just don't feel the pain in my knee going away. But she didn't realize, she was so focused on the pain in her knees, she didn't realize that the pain in her hands from arthritis was gone completely. So I personally, I joined this company and started wearing this product, not for the instantaneous results, but for the long term. Like this study, I didn't even know about this study when I joined this company, but if you could reverse your age of your vascular system by 8 years, it's worth wearing this. Every single person needs to wear this product. Absolutely phenomenal. Here it is. If you need to see the studies, you need to see the science, the patent, more testimonies. There's just thousands of testimonies on this product. Then take a screenshot of this or take a picture of it with your camera, or just write it down. Startx39.com, startx39.com. You can get lost in here and all the science and stuff that is there. Just a plethora of information for you to do all the research that you can on this product and why it's working. So here it is. Like I mentioned before, you wear the patch 12 hours on and 12 hours off. It's very important to understand it does not going to hurt your body to wear the patch longer. I forgot to take mine off. I've worn it for 24 hours. It doesn't hurt your body. What you don't want the body to do, for 2 things. First off, you want to give your body a rest. Activating all those stem cells causes energy in the body, and you want to give your body a rest from this activity. The other thing you don't want to happen, and which is more important, is you do not want your body to get used to it. Now, I want to explain it in a way that relates to most people can relate to. The first time you ever had a cup of coffee, you probably got wired a little bit, maybe got the jitteries, maybe got hot flashes. And then before long, you're drinking 4 or 5 cups a day, maybe even drinking coffee before you go to bed and you go to right to sleep. What happens is your body gets used to it. If you equate to, like, if you ever had a beer or something and then an alcoholic beverage and you probably got tipsy or buzzed or whatever on the first one, before long, you're drinking a 6-pack and you're fine, because the body gets acclimated to it. You do not want your body to get acclimated to it. You want your body to start activating the copper peptides when you put this patch on. And so you leave it on for 12 hours and then take it off for 12 hours, throw it away, and put a new one on the next day. And so it gives your body the ability so it doesn't get used to it. But all the studies did the patch on the back and the neck between the shoulders. If you lean your neck forward, that one last vertebrae that pokes out, or right 2 to 3 inches below the belly button. But truth be told, even the founder, the inventor, said you can wear it anywhere. This is where the studies were done. I personally don't have any aches and pains. When I do, I put one on my knee. Every once in a while, my knee has a problem. My foot has a problem, but I wear it on the back of my neck. And the only reason why, it's kind of silly, but I figure if this thing's sending a signal to the brain to create copper peptides, and I want as close to the brain as I can. And so that's why I wear it there. But I do rotate sometimes. I put it in the back of my neck. I put it down on below my belly button, and I put it, on my knees or my shoulders. So you can put it anywhere that you choose. Here's just a couple of testimonies about healing the skin. This lady at the top, she had a surgery done, and then it shows in 21 days, it's almost completely gone. This lady down the bottom left shows, you can definitely see visible change within 1 year of using this patch. And then I've seen her since she's been on it for 2 years. And let me tell you, it is absolutely mind-blowing how young she looks now from using the product for 2 years. And then here it is. You talk about hair in the bottom. People growing more thicker hair. I know mine is just not getting really thicker that I've noticed, but it is growing faster. I have to shave more often. My nails are growing faster, and it is turning a little bit darker gray instead of the white gray that I had before. Don't know where that's going to go. And so here it is. You've got a couple of options. How do I get this product, Vincent? I need this product. And I'm going to tell you, that's exactly what I said back 4 months now ago when Michael shared this with me. Mike and I had been business before. He shared this with me. And after reading it and studying this, the testimonies and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, I need this product. So I had a couple of choices. You can become a wholesale buyer. You can buy it at wholesale. I'll share that with you in a minute. You can buy it as a preferred customer, or you can buy it as a distributor, whether you want to partake in the business side or not. You can become a distributor and get it at wholesale, and the benefits of that. Once again, whether you want to be a distributor of it, you don't want anything to do with the business, you can still become a distributor and get the benefits of that. So if you want to just be a preferred customer, you pay $20 a year for your yearly membership and you get the product at wholesale. The company is going to reward you if you share this, because this is what happens every single time. Every single person that I've shared this with that said, I only want to be a customer, they became a preferred customer. What happened was they felt benefits, something was changing in their body. Every single one of them has become a distributor, because what happens is you can't keep it yourself, especially now with the holidays coming up. You got Christmas coming up, and people, family are getting around, and you're going to start hearing Aunt Martha talk about her aches and pains in her knees, and you say, you need to try this product. Well, the company says, as a preferred customer, if you bring 3 people in as preferred customer, the company is going to give you $100 a month of free product. So basically, if you share this with 3 people and they become customer and they get on with chip, so every month they have an auto recurring delivery, then the company is going to give you $100 worth of free product. So you have a choice. You can get paid in product, or you can get paid in dollars. And I'm going to share with you after the testimonies later on how you can get paid in dollars. Because what's going to happen is the 3 people that you shared this with, they're going to share it with 3 people, but the company's not going to pay you for those 3. They're only going to pay you for the 3 that you personally share this with. And so you can earn your product for free, get 3, and you basically get $100 worth of free product. So I'm going to stop it right here. We're going to go into the testimonies. And then after the testimonies, we are going to open it back up. And I'm going to share with you how you can get compensated in money instead of free product. So let me stop screen sharing. And there we go. And so I'm going to start it out with really quick with my testimony. I started out 4 months ago with this product. And honestly, I was not expecting any changes. I was interested in the long-term benefits of the stem cell. I'm 60 years old. I'm getting grayer hair. I'm getting more wrinkles. My wife is Hispanic, so she's getting younger, and I'm getting older. And I was hoping that I could keep up with her and become younger as well. And so honestly, I was just looking for I wanted my body to be able to heal and get better through the time. And so I started wearing the patch. But I had horrible plantar fasciitis. Now I've got a really bad back that goes out every once in a while. I've got bad knees that if I walk too much or go up and down hills too much, then I have problems with my knees. But I was not having any of those issues. What I did have was my horrible pain in the bottom of my heel from plantar fasciitis. And the doctor said, change your shoes. I did that. No help. They said, put a pad underneath, like one of them gel pads underneath. That didn't help me at all either. And so within 10 days of wearing this product, I'm so glad. Mike, when he shared it with me, he sent me 3 patches. That's 3 days worth. And so I wore those 3 patches and I decided, hey, look, I'm going to give it a try. It's worth the $100 a month. Why not? If I can get a benefit long-term, it's worth it to me. I take good care of my body. I take good supplements. And so why not this as well? And 10 days into it, then I realized that my pain was about 50 to 60% gone. Within 2 weeks of putting on this patch, my pain in my ankle or my heel was completely 100% gone. I've noticed, once again, I talked about my hair, but another thing that I noticed the other day that I didn't even notice was happening until one of my friends, Robert, had mentioned it to him. I don't know if you've ever gotten they're called floaters, I think, is the little black dots you get in your eyes. You can look around and you can see the lines or black dots in your eyes. Mine were getting so bad that I started thinking I was seeing things out of the corner of my eye, and it was just more of those floaties, and they're really starting to annoy me. And I didn't even realize till 2 days ago when I was on a Zoom and Robert was sharing his testimony, that he said, oh, the floaters in my eyes were gone. I'm looking, I'm like, wow, they are. Mine are completely, I have none, 0. And I had a ton of them. I could see them moving around as I moved around and as I looked at, and then maybe you don't have those things, but that was just my testimony. Those are gone. My pain is gone. Just huge benefits. I was even telling my wife the other day, I think, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think my eyesight is getting better because I was taking off my glasses. Now I still need the reading glasses part, but my vision glasses for long distance and whatnot, I noticed the other day that I could see a lot better without my glasses than I ever could before. So once again, I don't know where this is going, but the long-term benefits of it is definitely, I'm seeing it, and I am a definite believer, and I look at it as how can I keep that to myself? So that's my story, and I'm going to open up to anybody else that wants to share theirs.
Thank you, Vincent. Okay, guys, I'm going to ask you that have been using the product to please share your testimonials with us. And if you can, keep it to maybe 60 seconds. And so we can get through a whole bunch of them. I'll just give mine quickly. I used to race motocross and enduro racing. In my early 20s, I had a tree stump at about 120 k's an hour with my left leg out stiff. It tore all my tendons and ligaments. My leg went sideways. And for the last sort of 30, 40 years, I've been limping around. I could never straighten my left leg or never bend it properly. Now, after putting the patch on, I can now straighten my leg and I can bend it and I can go up and down stairs, which I could never do. I could never go downstairs unless there was a handrail. But that's working perfectly. And then also my back, I had a motor car accident in Mozambique, went through the windscreen at over 100 miles an hour. And that's now sorted out. That took about 3 days, but my back is absolutely perfect. So I've done that in 50 seconds. Right, over to, okay, either Lydia or Yanni or Caro or Anne. Okay, next one, please.
Hi.
Okay.
All right. Hi, I'm Caro. I was diagnosed with degenerative patella, which is my kneecap, many years ago, and also falling off my bicycle didn't help. Heard about LifeWave X39 in September. When I heard about it, activating your stem cells, I was very interested because I'd done research on stem cells and wanted the injections, but they were very expensive. I ordered these patches. They arrived within 2 days, and I was amazed at how pain-free I was. And also flying to the USA, 36 hours of traveling. On arrival, there was no pain, whereas previously it was my back, my knees, everything was exceptionally sore. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Caro.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Lydia, and I've been using the X39 patches for the last 3 months. And how I basically found out about it was through Bill. And my story is that I was diagnosed at the age of 13 with scoliosis and started getting chronic pain about 10 to 12 years ago. So when I did come across the X39, I was very excited to actually try it because I was on anti-inflammatories most of the days. In fact, sometimes twice a day, I took anti-inflammatories. And when I did put on the patches, within 3 days, I started feeling an improvement, and the pain was literally gone, if I can basically put it that way. And I haven't been on anti-inflammatories since. So, I've had the odd inflammation here and there, or flare-ups, but nothing like I had before. So that's my story with regards to that. Thank you.
Well done. Thank you, Lydia. Okay, who's next? Anne? Yanni?
I can go next.
Sorry, Anne, you go first.
Okay, ladies first, yeah.
Beauty before age.
Okay, so my story, and then I've got one from today as well. But I had a dance accident many years ago when I was dancing cabaret in Spain. I was constantly hitting my knee on the floor doing jump splits for 4 months. So I developed arthritis about 5-6 years ago. It took about 4 or 5 days using the X39 for the pain to be relieved. Then today, now, yes, I still teach dance and I'm still fit and healthy, but today I had to walk up 7 stories in a block of flats, an apartment building, Vincent. And because of load shedding, I couldn't use the lift, the elevator. And so I walked up, my quads were getting a bit sore towards the top because I'd been working quads the day before. And yeah, I was fine. So that's a quick one from me.
Thanks, Anne. Okay, Yanni, do you want to go for it? Thank you.
Yeah, I actually just want to give Anne some advice though. If she kept hurting her knee, maybe you should have tested your eyes first, Anne.
Thanks, Yanni.
On my side, I've just got a couple of people that are using it now, so I'll give you testimonials of theirs. 2 weeks ago, my son was from the States, and we had a get together, and they actually came down to a wedding. And at the bride where I was at, the bride pitched up. That was 3 days after the wedding, and her face was in total blotches. She had a allergic reaction to the makeup that they put on. And just as a joke, I said to her, man, let's put this thing on your neck and let's see what happens. And while I was busy on the Zoom, she walked past, and within 2 hours, that rash cleared up completely. So she's a believer. I've got a friend with a kid that is, so you can't say suffers, but a special needs child with autism. And little Paige was struggling with the breathing in it. And 3 days on the X39, her breathing has improved. So that's helped there. I've got Tony Jordan that has got a fatty liver and bad reflux. X39 after a week, no more reflux. All worked out. On myself, I took it for sport. I can let everybody know. I told Lydia last week as well. I did 3 12Ks, and I did my first 21K in 5 years on Sunday. So that's how much it strengthened my scar tissue out and the tissue that was damaged within my ankle. And also by using it, and not for that particular reason, but I had a bad scar on my arm when I was shot when I was in the military. And that scar just about healed itself. You know, it's gone. You can hardly see it now. So, and then just obviously just your general good feel. I now feel if I haven't, sometimes I forget to wear my patch 2 days. And by the third day, I can feel I'm still okay like everybody else, but it's not that zone that I'm in. And obviously I use the X39 and the Eon. And that just calms me down. You know, you work for yourself, you're under stress, especially this time of year. And I found, and I started on the Eon just on 60 days ago, and I keep using it. I'm a believer in the Eon. And that is just calm down all your nerves. You don't have to climb up walls and that no more. You know, eat that elephant one bite at a time. So that has definitely calmed me down. It's my daughter suffers from anxiety. And she just went for a checkup after 60 days. They're now turning her meds down for anxiety. So there's just so many things that it helps. And as I say to everybody, it's different for everybody. You know, what I use it for is not necessarily going to help somebody else. But it will heal you what your body feels it needs to be healed first. So to try and give you a testimonial and say, okay, it's fantastic for age spots or for acne or whatever, for every person it will be different because your DNA is different than anybody else's. So I've had, out of the 18 people that I've got on board now, I have not had one negative. The only one that I did have is, as I say, some people use it for 3 days and they have an effect. Other people might have to use it for 7 days and they have a different effect. But you will get that effect. You just need to be patient. It's, you know, like I say to everybody thinks we're in a microwave world where you put something on, it ought to work immediately, but it all depends how you've looked after your body prior to that. So, you know, there's a lot of things that we all try and solve, but if you were healthy and now you're using it, you'll just become, it will react to you much quicker because it's got less to fix. But if you've been unhealthy for a long time, the X39 is going to take a bit longer to affect everything that you wanted to affect. But all I can say is be patient, believe in the process, and that's me for tonight.
Thank you, Yanni. That was fantastic. Just one thing I want to check up. So your daughter's been on the X39 for 60 days and she's had anxiety. Now she's come off the meds quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And then also just...
And I've mixed her with the X39 and Eon as well.
Okay.
So, that's just to calm her down a bit,
Thanks, Yanni. Then, sorry, just one thing. Your ankle that got crushed in professional football that you were playing. Do you just touch on that as well?
Obviously played football all my life, started at a very young age. A long story short, I stopped playing when I was about 55, started playing with the vets and that. But through the years of playing, and obviously, that stage, you had to play for money, so you always make yourself available. So go for cortisone injections if you hurt, or you go for painkillers, or you strap it, you ice it, And obviously, through all the years of doing that, I obviously damaged a lot of ligaments. And when I did stop playing and stop being active, because I was then a coach, so you're still active with the lads by stretching and running a bit and that. So I stopped for about 5 years, and it's actually just become worse. So then when I did go to the doc to check it out, they said, okay, we need to go to rehab. Let's sort it out. Did some x-rays, found out that I had 3 cracks in my ankle at 3 different places, and obviously not realizing it with all the cortisone in that in the system. And then started doing rehab for 8 months. Then I was introduced to LifeWave, and then thought perhaps this will help. And through 8 months of rehab with the ankle, and that was about 26,000 Rand, paying just on 2,000 Rand for my LifeWave. Within the first 7 days, I started having positive results, and obviously use the Eon as well, so that attack all the inflammation. So the minute that the inflammation goes away, the X39, the stem cells can then attack that area. So the more inflammation you have, the less the X39 will operate for you. And as I said, I've just been on it just on 3 months now, and I've done 3 12K runs, whereby I could not jog prior to that. And last week Sunday, I did my first 21K. So it still hurts, but nowhere close to what it used to be. So I'm well on track. As I said, I gave myself up until the end of December, but I've already achieved my goals that I set out for myself. So I'm quite positive with regards to LifeWave.
Great, well done. Thanks, Jan. Is there anybody else with any testimonials, or can we move on to the business section? And Vincent can go through that. So those of you that want to stay on, please, by all means, stay on for the business. It's really worthwhile. Okay, Vincent, over to you. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Appreciate it. That's just great. I'm so glad that you're getting your 12K in. That is just amazing. That is just, and it goes to show, if you're not interested in the business, this is what's going to happen. You're going to get benefits. You're going to share it with people, and the people are going to get feel something or notice it. So let me share my screen again. So I'm going to move it on to the business side of things. And this is really one of the simplest parts of it. And the company pays very handsomely for sharing this product with other people. And it's basically just as simple as that. If you watch a good movie and you're talking about it, then the people that you share the good movie with, or the good restaurant with, those people go to watch the movie or go to that restaurant, and they spend money at that movie theater or that restaurant, and you don't get anything except maybe somebody's gonna think, where did these people come from? And they came from you, but you don't get rewarded for it. So the company says, hey, look, if you share this product with people and people buy this product, we're going to pay you in money, and we're going to give you a part of the revenue that comes in from these people that you shared it with. But it doesn't just stop with the people that you share with. So like as a preferred customer, if you get 3, the company is going to give you $100 a month of free product that you can now get your product paid for. But what if you could then turn that into the fact of getting cash? And here it is. And I don't know how to get rid of this banner, but I can never read this because it's there. But there's never been a better time for a side hustle. There's only benefits to a side hustle. Well, no matter what you do, and I love the saying that I've always said is if you don't have multiple income streams, you become a slave to the one. Now, I was a general contractor for 28 years. I built houses for a living. If I wasn't there building houses, then the houses didn't get built. Or if I had my employees there, then I had to come back and fix things, or I was always on the phone. My kids were enjoying Disneyland, or they're enjoying the beach, or enjoying where we were, my wife and kids were, but I was busy on the phone fixing things because I was not there to make sure that they were done right. And so I became a slave to my income. And the same thing when I got into real estate, I became a slave to that income. And so whatever you're doing, you can't make choices that you would like to make choices, and whether you became aware of it or not, you became a slave to that income. And so why not have multiple income streams that now can benefit you and your family? And so I want to share with you the potential of this business of stem cell therapy is now becoming more and more popular. Kara, I think it was, she was talking about that she'd been doing research on it. Stem cell injections are $70,000 to $100,000 in the United States. A lot of people go over down to Mexico because they're so expensive out here. They're cheaper down there, which also comes with a lot of risk involved with that as well. But the problem is if they inject the stem cells into your knee, then that only works in your knee. It doesn't help the rest of the body. And there's no guarantee that they're going to work, but there's no money back guarantee either. About 30% of stem cell therapy do not take. The other thing I know, for me, I'm a Christian, and I know a lot of people that are. And here in the United States, the stem cells come from aborted babies, and people don't want that in their body. So where are the stem cells that you get in stem cell therapy? Where are they coming from? And is an issue. Whether they're coming from that or somewhere else, you have no idea. And so, but that is still, stem cell therapy is a big deal, but a lot of people can't afford it or are not willing to risk it because they don't, a lot of these questions are unanswered. So it's currently a $200 million industry, expected to go to $300 billion. And then you've got the home-based business industry, the relationship marketing industry, the sharing product and services with other people, to then they change their buying habits and now start purchasing. The difference here is people don't need to change their buying habits because they can't buy this product anywhere else. What's happening is now the people that cannot afford or did not want to continue to afford doing the stem cell therapy now can activate their own body stem cells. But the home-based business industry is now at over $190 billion a year. And so you combine a $300 billion a year with a $190 billion a year, you have a perfect storm of opportunity for you and your family. And it's just as simple as you telling the story of the benefits of this product and or the other stories. That's why we love to hit the testimonies, because it gives me ammunition or fuel to share somebody, to bless the life of somebody else, to open up their opportunity, their eyes to an opportunity to at least experience this product. And like I tell everybody, just give it a 30 to 90 day trial, and I guarantee you're going to have benefits. And in fact, the company guarantees that you're going to notice something, or they'll give you 100% of your money back. So you really have nothing to lose. So on the business side of things, this is called a binary compensation plan. So basically all that means is you've got a left leg and a right leg. As you refer company people, recruit them, refer them, whatever you want to call it, as you refer people to LifeWave X39, and those people now buy this product, you're going to either put them, when you enroll somebody, on your left side or your right side. As in this picture right here, you have you, and then the next one on your left side is position number one. Well, if you've already filled position number one on your right and position number one on your left, the third person that you bring in has to go underneath one of these people. And the benefit of that is the company's going to pay us on volume that's created from everybody from you down. It does not matter where they came from. So a lot of these people, you're not going to know them. You've never spoke to them. You don't even know where they came from, but people place somebody up underneath you. And as they buy product, the company's going to compensate you for volume. So on the volume side of things, there's actually 3 additional ways to make money I'm going to touch on as well. But you can earn up to $25,000 a week, that's US dollars, a week on just the volume side of things. And once again, it does not matter, because if you refer 4 people to this company, 2 of them are going to get placed underneath somebody else. There's no way around it. You've only got 2 legs to build. I personally brought in 29 people, and each one of them are stacked underneath somebody else. And that's the benefit of this. It doesn't matter if these people want to build a business or not. It's irrelevant. Volume is volume. The company doesn't matter. That's why I say, why become a preferred customer when you become a distributor, even though some of those have no intention to build it as a business, but they cannot keep it to themselves. And so they will continue to share this product with other people. And as those people join a network, that network is in turn going to reward you for the volume that's created. It's absolutely incredible. Some people have a negative connotation of the industry. I do not. I think it's a brilliant concept, and it has afforded me a good lifestyle, because this is one of the business adventures that I'm part of. And then, so the other opportunity you have to earn income is every time you refer somebody to this company, they buy product. And every time they buy product, you're going to get paid a product introductory bonus. If you bring over Martha, and Martha buys a bronze pack, it's going to cost her $124.95. The company's going to pay you a $15 PIB, which is personal or a product introductory bonus. Every time you refer somebody, their first initial order, you're going to get a bonus based on the whatever pack that person buys. A silver pack has 3 sleeves. Each sleeve has 30 patches in it, a month's supply. I tell everybody that I share this with, you might as well just get a silver pack, at least at the bare minimum, because that's going to give you enough product, a month's supply for you, a month's supply for your spouse, and some to share it. If the company's going to give you a 30-day money back guarantee, you've got nothing to lose. Even if you used all the product or gave it all away, the company's not going to ask you for it back. They're not going to pay you back just part of the money because like a prorated, because if you used half of it, so we're going to give you half your money. No, the company's give you 100% back. So what I tell people is, give this stuff a real try. A 30-day supply for you, a 30-day supply for your spouse, and give 30-day supply away to the people that you love and care about, your friends and family that are near you, and see what happens in 30 days. If by some reason it's not going to happen, but for some reason nobody gets a benefit, nobody likes it, then you just call the company and they'll give you 100% of your money back, less shipping and any taxes that you might have paid. So it's awesome. At $50, and when somebody comes in on a silver, you get a $50 PIB. A gold is 100, a platinum is a 150, and a diamond pack, if somebody comes in on the diamond pack, you get a $200 PIB. Now, if you have personally come in on a diamond pack, I know for me, my purpose of joining, I knew that I was going to share this with people. I was in it for the long haul. And so I came in on a diamond pack. Well, if I refer somebody that comes in a diamond pack, instead of making 200, I get a $500 bonus. On a platinum, I get a $300 bonus instead of 150. So you make more if you come in on a diamond, but I do not push that on people. You come in where it fits you. You can always upgrade. If you've come in on silver, you want to upgrade to gold, you can do that. You want to upgrade to platinum, you can do that at any time. This is just the product introductory bonus. Every time you refer somebody to the company, they come in on a certain pack, then you're going to make a certain bonus. And here it is, basically just the binary comp plan again. And it gives you the ability to, if you come in on a bronze pack, you can make up to $100 a week on the volume side. If you come in, or once you become a manager, then you can make up to $1,500, director make up to $2,500, and so on and so forth, up to $25,000 a week on just the volume side of things. And it really does open up opportunity. This is one of my favorite parts of the compensation plan, because volume is volume. It is what it is. People buy. I know myself, I have myself set on an auto ship, even though I bought a diamond pack. I've actually bought 2 of them because I'm sharing it with a lot of people. all of that has been paid for. Every single bit of my expense with this company has been covered by the income that I've now created. So my auto ship isn't really an expense for me. It's just part of business. When I was building houses, I didn't just buy one box of nails. I had pallets of boxes of nails. I didn't buy 1 2x4. I had semi trucks that would show up and forklifts would unload hundreds and thousands of board, linear feet of board. That was an expense for my business, and I had to have it. Well, to me, auto ship is an expense of my business. That cost me $100 to $200 a month. But the point is, on this is the generational check match bonus. If you refer somebody to this company and they make money on the volume side, let's say they make $100. So I referred Bill to this company, and Bill buys product, and Bill starts referring other people, and Bill makes $100 on the volume. The company's going to give me a check match at 25% or $25. It doesn't come from Bill's 100. It's an additional bonus that's awarded to me because I help Bill. And the bigger Bill builds his business, the more percent I get, or the more money of the 25%. He makes 1,000, I make 250. He makes 25,000. You see the point. So as Bill builds his business, the people that I refer, I'm going to make a 25% check match, matching the bonus that Bill received, or anybody that you refer to this company. Once again, it does not come from Bill's portion. It's an additional bonus. Well, the people that Bill brings in. So Bill brought people into this company, and I'm in the United States, in California, and Bill's in Canada. And a lot of the people that Bill brought over to LifeWave are in South Africa. And if the people on generation 2, I brought Bill in, Bill brings other people in, I'm going to get a 20% check match on those people. And once again, it doesn't come from their money, but this is volume that's being created in other countries, other places that I have no understanding of. But the company's going to reward me because I built a team. And then on level 3, you're going to get a 20% check match on level 3 as well. So it really does add up to a lot of volume, a lot of income for you as you continue to build. And so you've got a couple of choices, and we can go into more in detail about the compensation at another time, or get back to the person that invited you to watch this and tell them that you're ready to get started. If you are just wanting to try the product, I still recommend, don't become a preferred customer. If that's what you want to do, then do it. Absolutely. I'm not trying to force you into anything you do not want to do. You do what fits you and your family. But I'm telling you, there's some benefits, because what's going to happen is, as you come in and you start trying the product, other people are going to be placed under you, and you're going to share it with other people, because there are people that you care about that are around you that have aches and pains, that have issues, that you're going to want to help them and bless them. And so why not get paid in cash? And while you're thinking about this product, while you're trying out, other people may be put underneath you, and that's going to be money to you. If you wait a month or 2 months and then you decide to become a distributor, that you could have created extra volume, free volume. I call it first mover advantage, so to speak, is if you come in today, while you're figuring out, there could be 2, 3, 4 people, 100 people underneath you that have been placed underneath you, that you can inherit that volume from them. So you can't become a retail customer. It doesn't make any sense to do that. Pay $150 for the product. You can become a preferred customer, pay your $20, and then get on auto ship. And then the other is you can become a distributor. So you can buy it, try it, refer customers, or start a business and get the benefits of a business. Contact the person who invited you with that. So I am done with that. If anybody's got any questions, we can definitely answer any questions anybody has.
Anybody? Are there any questions anywhere? Annette, do you have any questions? I know you're quite interested to get this started. Dr. Annette?
I have a question. A lot of people are referring to this as like a pyramid system. How do you explain that?
Okay, great question. So this is the way I explain it. I usually will ask them a question and say, where do you work? And they'll tell me the corporation that they work at. And I say, okay, you work at that company, and the founder of the company is at the top of the pyramid. And then you have middle management. And then underneath that, you have all the worker bees that are out there working, and you cannot be the founder of the company. So he is definitely at the top of the pyramid, and you can't be that. So that's a pyramid. In the United States, our government is a pyramid scheme. So you got the president, then you got the House of Representatives, and then you have all of us that are paying our taxes. We're working our tail end off, and I can't be the president. I guess I could, but probably not going to be elected. And so I can never be there. With this company, anybody can surpass the people that brought them in. I know Bill, he makes, because he's the people that he's brought in have brought in more people. So he actually has more people, even though he's part of my team and I get credit for all the volume, he actually has more people on his lesser leg than I do. So he in turn will make more money on the volume side than I do. And so I can surpass other people. So the pyramid is actually inverted, it's upside down. And so we lift other people up. And the reality is, if people have that big of a condensation about it, then I just don't spend a lot of time trying to convince them otherwise. But that's how I explain it. Where you work is a pyramid. Can you surpass the person that is the middle management or the founder of the company? And the answer is absolutely not. Well, that's a pyramid scheme. A pyramid scheme is where you can't surpass the people above you. If you work harder, you can absolutely surpass the people that brought you in. And it's been proven time and time and time again. Another company that I was with, I surpassed the person that invited me to the company 100-fold. And that person always got credit for what I did, but I recruited over 170 people to that company. He recruited 2, me and one other person. That other person quit. I did not quit. And so he got rewarded being my sponsor, but I made a lot more money because I referred more people to the company.
Makes sense. So would you say it's more like network marketing?
Yes.
Yes, I like it as my analogy of what I call it is relationship marketing.
Yeah.
Because I'm sharing a product, an opportunity, a business with people that I know, like, and trust. And those people choose to buy the product. And some of them choose to buy the product only, and some of them choose to buy the product and share it with a couple of people. Some people choose to take advantage of it and run with it like a business and treat it like a business. And so the company doesn't care where the volume comes from. They just know the volume is created and they're going to reward me. So I call it relationship marketing. Some
like
call it
that.
MLM, network marketing, multi-level marketing. There's a lot of different names for it.
Okay. One more question. You were saying that when you sign up people, they can be put up and put basically under anyone's leg or legs.
Yes.
So how do they keep track of who you're bringing in?
Because the computers have really revolutionized this industry. As we know, the computers have revolutionized the world. But so everybody's coded. They get a distributor ID number.
Okay.
And no matter where you put them, that distributor ID number locks them into you. Computers keep track of it. And so everybody that you personally refer, they will go underneath somebody, but they're still your personals. Okay. And so when you look at this on a business side of things, you're going to look at it 2 ways. One of them is the binary. That's the 2 legs, a left leg and a right leg. And then you're also going to look at it the unilevel, which I called your pet report, PET, personal enrollment tree. And so your personal enrollment tree, if you take everybody you personally sponsor and you pull them out of the binary and you put them unilaterally, horizontally. And those people are all the people that you personally recruited to the company. So you have 2 ways of looking at it. And when it goes to your check match too, your check match, you're going to mentally, or it's done on the computer in your back office. It takes everybody that you personally taught from all those little places that you placed them and pulls them all out of there and shows you horizontally all the people that you personally referred. Even though they may be, like I referred one the other day, and that person is now placed 90 people below me. And it's underneath a bunch of other people that I did not refer to the company, but they're placed there. But the computer system keeps track of them. So it knows that I sponsored that person. They're underneath Martha. Martha, I did not sponsor, but Martha gets credit for it as well, but they still remain my personals.
Okay, makes sense. Thank you.
You bet.
Magic ring.
Sorry, can I just ask, sorry, what is your name?
Joanne.
Joanne, okay.
Joanne.
Who invited you, Joanne?
Yanni.
Yanni.
Oh, okay, that's great. Okay, because Yanni will be able to explain a lot as well in detail with that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? There's no bad question. There's no dumb question. It's just a question. Let's answer them.
Yeah, I was just going to come in here quickly just to let Joanne know, just bear in mind that you're in control of your own people that you bring in. You get access to the software package, whereby you log in and you control your own left leg and your right leg. Nobody else does but you. It'll give you an option which leg you want to build. And whichever leg that you want to build, you may build at your own leisure. There are guidelines they show you in order to make more money. If you get more people on board that's now going to become managers or buy the silver packages, but you in control. No computer, the computer controls it.
Okay. There
Okay,
I'm a
go
bit
ahead.
confused. I'm a bit confused there. How do you control your own legs if people are being placed under other people?
Okay, because whoever you place on your left and your right leg, they all
Okay.
have an individual access as well. Whichever they place on the left and right leg, but anybody under you, where you started, you'd be able to. But I can give you a buzz in the morning and I'll go
Yeah,
through
we'll
detail
chat.
with you.
We'll chat for sure. Okay.
Here, let me,
Super. Thanks.
you want me to show, Bill?
Yeah, if you could, Vincent, just on your back office, if you don't mind, I think that'll clear up a lot of things for everybody. And you can
Give me
show where you
just a
can place
second.
them. Would that help,
Let me-
Joanne?
Yeah, for sure.
Let me
I
go.
understand she's with Dion, so I understand why it's taking a bit longer.
Be careful, eh? Be careful.
Thanks, Yanni.
Okay,
I'm
let me
blonde.
share
That's
my
my
screen.
excuse. What's yours?
Mine's gone great.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you. Can you see it, Bill?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so here's the binary tree. As you see here, these people here are on my left leg and these people over here on my right leg. So this very first person here on my right leg, Meredith, I have no idea who she is. I've never met her before, but she was sponsored by somebody by Stefan. And then this person right here is Leslie and sponsored by Michael Birch. And I don't know who they are either. And then this person right here is Bruce Olson. And so above me, I share a leg that goes all the way up. So my right leg is also my sponsor's right leg. And so up there, way up there somewhere, Mike Hernandez is, which is my sponsor. And you can see right here, it says Vincent, the sponsor is Mike Hernandez. And it shows me how many people in my whole organization, whether I put them or not. And then you also see personally sponsored is 33. That's including the preferred customers that I sponsored that have turned over to distributors. And then my line of sponsorship, meaning the people that I referred and they referred and they referred, is 149. So if I was not here, there would be 149 people that would not be in this business, but because I initiate it. But out of the whole, because other people like these three people on my right, there's 506 people in my entire team. And so you can see up here at the top, I have 465 distributors on my right leg. I have 41 on my left leg. Now, to try not to be too confusing, I'm part of, you will share a leg with your sponsor. You'll be either on their right leg or their left leg. It just depends on who they are and where they are on somebody else's leg. So the people that I refer to this company, I'm going to put either on my right leg or my left leg. Now this leg here has 465 people in it. So I'm going to focus most of my energy on my right leg because I want to try to keep them. I will never do it, but I want to chase the larger leg with my lesser leg. So I continue to put people in here. You see the hearts there on these icons. Those are people that I personally recruited to this company. And so I am continuing, if we go down to bottom left, This is the person that I referred yesterday. I met her at we're out there at a pub having a beer, and we met this lady, and she has some aches and pains, and I just shared with her how I felt that she could benefit that. And so she is at the bottom. If I go up one level, then you can see here she is right here. There's Kathy, and I put her underneath Gwendolyn. And Gwendolyn is sponsored by Jonathan. Now I sponsor Jonathan, but I did not sponsor Gwendolyn. And so the person that I brought in was stacked underneath her. And then, so here you've got this person here, Patricia. I sponsored Patricia. And so you can see how it continues to grow. I can control this. I can see everybody, even if, back to the top, even if I don't know them, I just know I know who sponsor them and what's going on. I do not have control of their business because they're in my business, but they're somebody else's business as well. So I cannot manipulate them. I cannot talk to them. I don't know who they are. I don't have access to their phone number or anything like that. So your people are safe, even though you put them underneath somebody, but you still get volume because my sponsor has two legs, a left and a right leg, just like you do. So if I scroll down here, I can click on this and it goes down. So that person I just clicked on is right here. And you can see Bruce has sponsored several people and they're going on. And so let me get down here and we'll get to Bill in a minute. This is a white spot, so it's just a dead spot. Maybe somebody joined and it didn't want to join anymore or whatever. And then so there we have Bill Campbell. And out of respect, I don't know if Bill's okay with me sharing his, but you know, this person here is a heart. So that's Sheila. I sponsored Sheila. And so I can click on Sheila's and I know exactly, you know, what's going on with her business. And then here's another one that I sponsored. So it kind of gives you, now, as I mentioned, now you're going to take everybody out of the binary and we go into here and I can go to enrollment tree view. And this is my enrollment tree, the people that I personally sponsored. So I can see in here, everybody that I have personally sponsored is taken out of that binary tree and it comes in a unilateral. And so I can see what they're doing. I can click on their name and see, you know, how many people they have sponsored and what's going on in their tree as well. So it is, the back office is very informative. There's a lot that you can do in here. Look at commissions. You can see where the commissions came from and whatnot as well. So I hope that helped.
Yeah, big time. Thank you.
Good. You betcha.
Perfect. Thanks,
Thank you.
Vincent.
Thank you, Vincent.
Anything else? Do you want me to share anything else or teach on anything else on how to build it or anything? Then I can do that as well.
No, good one.
How's it, Vincent? It's Brian here from...
Brian, I can hear you.
I wanted to ask you maybe a silly question. I mean, I understand it costs $20 to join, and if you're buying one sleeve, it's $129, and if you're buying, I don't know, 3 sleeves, it's so many dollars. But what is there other cost in order to become a platinum, gold, diamond, all the different levels? I mean, you talk about ordership. I know that's you got to be having a monthly order, sort of a constant order in order to qualify for bonuses and volume and everything. But so is that the only cost, the 20 to join, and the cost of the whichever class you join, you know, bronze,
Right.
platinum,
Great
gold?
question. Awesome. Great question. So the $20 to join is only for preferred customers. You do not pay that as a distributor. Also, as a distributor, when you become a distributor, if you order a bronze pack, so let me do this. Let me go back to sharing my screen so I can share that with you. And we will go to right here, LifeWave here. I can share that with you better. Nope, I don't want to do that. I want to escape that. I want to go down to here. Now slide share. Okay, so this pack, the bronze pack, you pay a distributor application fee, and it's called your distributor kit. So that's what the $24.95 is on top of the $100 for your sleeve. If you order a silver, gold, platinum, or diamond pack, you do not pay the $24 membership. So if you become a preferred customer, you're going to pay a $20 membership. If you come in on a silver pack, you do not pay that. If you come in on a bronze pack, you're going to pay $24 for your distributor kit. But silver, gold, platinum, and diamond, it's included. You don't pay for it. So on that membership, when you're talking about the cost of being a business, it's just basically it's $99 per sleeve, or $299, $499, $999, or $15.99 plus taxes and shipping, whatnot. And then after that, once again, if you choose to build it as a business, all the volume that's created underneath you, whether you put the people there or not, that volume is accumulated until you cash it out. And that's a whole nother story. So we won't get into how to cash it out. You've got to build your left leg and right leg to cash it out. But that volume creates. So if it's just you and you have nobody on your left or right side, that volume that's created below you will continue to accumulate as long as you're on at least one sleeve. So $100 a product. Actually, it's $45 for the product. Because some of the other sleeves are a lesser amount. So as long as you're on one sleeve a month, your points don't go away. They don't, what we call flush. If you choose to do it as a business, the company requires you to be on 145 or 150 points. Each volume, each dollar is equated to a point. So it's different pay structure. So you guys have a different monetary than I do in the United States, and Canada is different. Every country is different. So in order to level playing field everything, the monetary value of a product has a points assigned to it. So every dollar, every $100 equals a certain number of points. And so basically, if you want to build it as a business, the company says, look, if you are just on one sleeve or $55 points worth of volume, then you can make $100 a month or a week. If you upgrade to 2 sleeves or roughly $200 a month, then you can then have unlimited income. And so that would be your expense. Then you determine. I tell everybody as a new distributor, look, you can jump on a 2 sleeve auto ship of every month if you choose to. I did. I'm a business person, so I'm not stepping over dollars to pick up dimes. I'm not overthinking it. I've been in business, self-employed my whole life, so I went directly from the diamond pack and a two sleeve auto ship, and that's just my business expense. My overhead is basically $200 every month. US dollars. But if you're brand new and money is tight, then at least you get on a sleeve, and that's going to keep your points from flushing. And as you build, you can upgrade and change your auto ship. So basically, that was a long answer to your question, but your cost, there are no other costs. You've got your monthly auto ship. That's it. And I mean, they give us, I know a lot of companies that I've been a part of, they charge us a monthly fee for like the website. We've got a beautiful website that's assigned to you. It's yours. And the app that we have, every company I've ever been a part of has charged between $30 to $100 to buy the app that we have that we're able to send videos to. Ours is free. I didn't pay for it. It was all free to us. So it's really the money that we get, the value we get for our auto ship is over the roof. So I hope that helped answer that.
Yeah, it does. Thanks. So you can choose what you want to spend every month on the so-called order ship. Initially, if you make a purchase on whatever level, that's just a once-off payment, say platinum, where you get 3 sleeves or 2 sleeves, and the order ship is the monthly thing.
Correct. And just to bring it up, if you come in on a diamond pack, then that qualifies you for 3 months of auto ship. So you don't need to be on auto ship again for 3 more additional months. Then you start your auto ship again. That's just the diamond pack. It's one of the benefits that they give you with the diamond pack. But yes, you were correct.
All right. Just a last question. Have you heard of anybody improving with MS?
Yes, we have we've got a Telegraph group and we've got a Facebook group that's designed 100% for testimonies. You can go in there and research. Yes, I've definitely had heard testimonies of people with MS.
Okay, great. Thanks.
You bet.
Hi, Vincent. I have a question. Is this product clinically validated and certified by which organization?
I did not hear that, Bill. Did you hear that? Can you answer it or?
Yeah,
Hello? Can you hear
yeah.
me?
Yes,
Okay, go
I
again.
can.
Okay, is the product clinically validated? And by which
Clinically
organization?
validated. So yes, if you go to Start X39, you can see all the clinical studies that we have. Now in the United States, we have the FDA, Food and Drug Administration. They don't validate supplements or things like this. They only validate drugs and food, and this is neither one. So it is not FDA approved, and they would never, they don't approve any vitamins, any supplements, or anything like that. So it would not be in that category of being able to be approved. Other countries have their own standards and things like that. But if you want all the clinical proving and stuff, you can go to startx39.com and you can read it all in there and see all the studies.
Okay, thank you. Just one more question. Has this product been ever tested on people with HIV?
With HIV?
Yes.
I don't think that the founder of the company does a lot of research on particular ailments, because then it becomes a medical claim, and then in the United States it's a big no-no to make medical claims that this is going to cure or benefit. So they just don't even go there. And one of the things that we always say is this product is not healing anything. It's basically causing the body to do it itself. And so there are people that have like every type of benefit. And once again, if you take a supplement and I take the exact same supplement, our bodies are going to do a different thing with that supplement, because the body knows what it needs to use. So your body may say, oh, I'm going to take this supplement and help the liver, and my body say, I'm going to take this supplement and help the skin. And so our body's the same thing with here. The stem cells, your body does with it what it wants. So where one person's expecting knee pain to go away, they may get something that, like somebody mentioned here, an enlarged liver. It might be the priority of the body that is going to help that liver instead of help the knee pain. And so there's really is no way to know what your body is going to do with the benefits of this product. But so they kind of stay away from that. One thing I do want to bring up, though, and a lot of the studies like the cardiovascular, this is a study they're just looking at what's happening to the body, and they're realizing this. One of the other things that they are in the process of looking at that is not related to HIV or any medical condition, but we have 5G coming out. And a lot of people, including myself and my wife, we're concerned about 5G. I mean, you look at, all the energy that's going through us and around us is a big deal. And one of the things they're studying right now is to find out if activating the copper peptides in the body, can it actually protect us from the inflammation or what's created from the 5G. So they are doing studies like that, but not on a particular ailment.
Okay, thank you.
You bet. Anybody else?
Hello. Hi.
Yes.
This is Dr. Anand from South Africa. Okay. I saw the pattern, like the patterning that the product. Can you show the pattern clearly? Because I like to read that about the pattern.
Yes, go to startx39.com and it is in there.
Okay, yes. Oh, you have the website.
Yeah, so if you scroll down, you'll see all the science and everything, and the patent, a link to the patent is in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dr.
One more
Allen,
thing.
that's the website I sent you over the weekend.
Okay, so it is there.
Yeah.
Okay, I will read it.
Okay.
One more thing. There any complaints, any side effect so far about this product? Because in the future, if we selling this product, if anybody complaining, okay, they're getting some allergy, they're getting some side effect. So how to handle that situation? How to
Right.
be different on that, because based on our product, how to, different, different mean how to answer this question.
Sure. So there are some, I wouldn't say complaints, but you can definitely call the company and they will answer that question as far as complaints. I have not heard any complaints. I know for me, one of the things that the company does tell us to do is to drink a lot of water, because you're going to become dehydrated, because you're now creating a lot of energy inside your body of activating all those genes, over 4,000 genes, the stem cells. It takes a lot of energy from your body. For me particularly, about 3 days into the product, and I'm the only person that I know of that I've heard this from. I had one other person that said that they had, they felt like a flu-like symptom. Now, whether it was caused by the patch or not, because nothing is penetrating the body from the patch, it could have just been a coincidence. For me, I was extremely tired on day 3. I'm not 100% sure it was the patch. I think it possibly was that my body was detoxifying. I was not drinking enough water, and therefore my body was just exhausted from trying to, stimulate what has been dormant for so long. And so for me, I was extremely tired on day 3. I took a nap, a good long nap. It felt great. But I've never felt that again. And once again, it may be a coincidence. I say it was probably the patch was causing my body to be exhausted. I was not drinking enough water. I have heard different stories of that, but I've not heard anything from anybody that I've shared it with, and anybody else here can definitely chime in and share. I have not heard anybody that said it had anything that was negative about the product, that they felt they could not continue to use the product because it was ongoing. But once again, the company is very transparent. You can definitely call them. They're very good, because the reality is everybody's body is different. So what is going to happen with your body is different. What's going to happen to mine. And so once again, anybody that's got anything to share on that is please do.
Okay.
If I can come in here, what I've experienced with some of my guys in there as well, and myself, you spoke about the excess mucus after about 3, 4, 5 days. Most of them it's within the 7 weeks. That is all the toxins that are caught up in the cavities in your body, especially with the ladies in their thyroids. There's a lot of toxin there that you don't get rid of. But the more you use the X39 with the water, it flushes it out. So it does feel like you've got a flu type symptom where your nose runs in that, but you don't have the headache and the cough. That's just your excess mucus and that is now starting to, as Vincent says, coming loose, because your system now, you've now taken stem cells that have been dormant for a long time. And obviously the more they operate, because you're elevating your copper peptide. And by elevating your copper peptide, that activates your stem cells. And you need to feed it water. And very importantly, and a lot of people don't say this, the only supplement that David Smith does say that you ought to take is magnesium, because you are using more copper. So anything to do with the copper in your body, especially magnesium, and that helps build your bone density. It helps your blood flow, your arteries and that. So I would say the only other supplement to take with X39 besides water is magnesium.
Thank you. That's awesome. Anything else?
From anybody, anything?
Oh, good, thank you.
Vincent, I think that's about it.
Great. Awesome, you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you getting on here. We do this every single week, same time and same channel, same link. So you're able to share it with your guests. We try to get through the product side rather rapidly. I always try to get that within 30 minutes. We've been an hour and a half on here.